Oh, we're back. Welcome to the Black Four Horsemen podcast. Here to react and review SummerSlam Night 2. Uh, the PLE just ended. It's your boy Q here again tonight, joined by OG. OG, what's going on, man?
Hey man, everything is everything. I'm just on strike. I won't even show my face for this PLE night. It
Okay.
was yeah.
Yeah. So some interesting feedback on social media as far as which night was better. I can go and tell you right now that between the both of us, night one was better. That's just kind of how we felt. I think what happened at the end of tonight kind of boosts night two in some people's eyes, but the overall matches for the day for night two, in my opinion, was just mid. For
Trash.
real. So it was just trash. So,
Mm.
but yeah, we go quickly go over those matches, and now you can kind of get where we coming from. Um, so the show opens up, and I saw something I think a couple days ago that Cardi B was only scheduled for night one,
Mm.
and she did not open the show tonight. So we saw Triple H open the show. When they introduced him, I said, okay, Cardi B must not be there. So what I saw must have been true that she was not part of the whole night, just night one. So Triple H opened the show, and we started out with the women's world champion triple threat match between the champion Naomi, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. Uh, they started out pretty hot. This is, I think, it was a very good match between the three
Excellent.
ladies.
Very
They
good.
can they can all work, and I figure at this point, Rhea still can't beat EO, which even though this is a triple threat match, she ended up taking the pin because Naomi actually pinned her, and remained as our WWE Women's World Champion. So uh, Naomi is still the champion, and I did see I think I want to say they did advertise some point tonight about Crown Jewel, and I think I mentioned before, and I'm sure if they're still going to do champion versus champion at Crown Jewel like they did last year. So if that's the case, then we'll have Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton since Tiffany beat Jade on last night.
I just love the heel persona that Naomi is portraying. I mean, she is true essence of a heel. The way she grabbed those tights and ran in there and grabbed them tights,
Oh
epic.
yeah, that's what a
I
heel
love
does.
it. I
And
love
and I failed to mention during Naomi's intro, the guitarist that brought her to the ring was her dad. Her dad is I'm not familiar with that music world, but he is particularly very famous guitarist. Played for a number of different legendary bands. So he played his guitar, introducing his daughter out, which I think was pretty dope, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah, so big up for Naomi. Um
Big night.
yeah, next up was the and I'll go back to the lineup. Next up was the TLC ladder match, TLC match between all the tag teams based on SmackDown. Now, if anything, this match was
Ma-
chaos. It was crazy. This was the match of the night.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Them boys damn near killed themselves. So I can definitely see this match in a running for a match of the year as we get toward the end of the year and thinking about everything that's happened in this calendar year. I can
And
definitely see it.
there was not a sloppy spot
Right. Yeah, it's
in
not.
that match.
And what was so crazy in some of those spots, especially the ones jumping from the ring to outside, with these flips, and they barely missing the barricade outside or going through the table because you land a certain way and half your body end up on the barricade as opposed to the person at the table. So for them
Yes.
to be able to time that and get that right without botching it, I mean, big ups to them. But through all the chaos and multiple interferences from different people, so Candice LeRae, who's married to Johnny Gargano and DIY,
Oh man.
she came out. B Fab came out to stop her. Nikki Cross came in and got involved. So three ladies got involved in this match as well. But that bump that Candice took off that ladder, off the top of the ladder in the ring to the ladder onto the floor. Yeah,
Did we talk about last night? Somebody need a raise. She need a raise too tonight.
yeah, oh yeah. Candice LeRae definitely need to raise that one. put the body through that. So, but through all the chaos, as I was about to say, the Wyatt Six retained the tag title. So, um,
And I liked it. I liked it. I liked it a lot
yeah,
because where have they been since they came out? They've really been just they'll come out, they'll do something, then they gone.
yeah,
So paying tribute to Bray is cool, but y'all got to do something with them. So I think they doing something with them now. So I like it.
yeah, and as champions, I would imagine we would see them more on TV as being the champion. So we'll see where that goes from there. Um, okay, and then of course moving right along, you had the women's IC title match. Yeah, so if if the TLC match was the match of the night, in my opinion,
This was the
Becky and Lara
sleeper.
was the
It was
was
the sleeper, literally.
was on the bottom of the card. And I even said it. People won't get mad at me on social media. Somebody asked me, I think it was a question on Twitter about how do we feel about this match, and I put snooze fest because it was the match that I almost fell asleep on. Uh, what's up, CT? I see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you jumping on. But that match is trash. I mean, granted, it was really no drama until the very end when Bailey came out
Hmm.
and interfered, which I kind of feel like she would get involved. And but so went to hit Becky, then accidentally hit Becky, ended up hitting Laura. Becky ended up getting the win. So that triangle of women, I don't think they're done yet. So curious to see what's gonna happen next in that feud. But Becky Lynch is still the the women's IC champion.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, then now funny because I stepped out for a second and came back as they was lowering the cage
Yeah,
because our next match was the U.S. title match, Jacob and Solo. So, um,
not a bad match.
not a bad match. Granted,
Bad match.
it's a match. It's a match inside of a cage. You got a lot of stuff going on. There's the spot where Jacob got handcuffed to the cage, and he's able to rip those handcuffs off. Um,
I, I,
and
I think I'm starting to get aggravated by this. Jacob can do all this by himself.
Right,
It's beginning to be a little too much.
yeah, and yeah. Even though there was some interference, people coming in, the solos, MFTs coming in, there really wasn't really much drama. Like we didn't get a new member, we didn't get anybody really out to help Jacob except for Jimmy, who's been helping him. But
And the funny part was Jimmy, instead of him jumping in the ring to help, he gonna shut the cage and leave two of them in there against one little Jacob. Come
right,
on,
right,
man.
yeah.
Come
Yeah,
on.
go back to the question Corey just put in about how many times Becky. Yeah, Becky has beaten Laura at least 2 times in title matches, and not counting how many times she's beaten Becky over the years. So yeah, as he said, this feud is cooked. Yeah, I think they're done. They should be done with it, but I got a feeling. I have a feeling there's still some more on that bone they're trying to get off of. So
Are they pushing this? They pushing this Valkyrie a little too much for
yeah,
me.
yeah. Look. I'm being this is what this show is about. It's just our honest opinion about stuff. We react, and I know everybody doesn't think the same, but I do not see what it is with Laria Valkyria. I mean, I know Triple H likes her. I think Shawn Michaels likes her from her NXT days, but I'm just not seeing what it is. They're trying to make her something, and it's not happening for me. And there may
Yeah.
be some people out there, but that's just my opinion.
You're accurate, sir. You're accurate.
Yeah. So
I was hoping that Solo got up on that cage and pulled the Rikishi, with
oh,
the
and
splash.
it fell back. It was back.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
Nah, I mean with the splash. Remember when he splashed somebody off the cage or
Oh,
what?
off the top of yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was
I was
thinking about
hoping he did.
I think that was
Oh,
Hell in a Cell where he was at the top and he fell back onto that truck.
oh
It was
yeah,
the
yeah.
bed.
Nah,
Yeah.
that one.
No, you ain't doing that one.
No.
Uh, so
But
again,
overall, that was a decent match, though. I give it a maybe 6.
yeah, 6 out of 10. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Um, so far we've had one, two, three, 4 title matches, and no titles have changed hands at this point. So, and there was only 6 matches on the card. So, our next up, which I was kind of curious about the order that they put these matches on.
Hmm.
But next was AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio for the IC title.
The Eddie Guerrero
I,
Memorial Match.
I'm glad you said that. So AJ Styles comes out dressed very similar to Eddie Guerrero's Latino Heat. He came out in the low rider. And it was even spots in the match where, remember, there was a match with Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero where Kurt had Eddie in the ankle lock and he slipped out of the boot.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
again, tribute to Eddie. So the whole
The
situation was
the
yeah,
chair aspect got me
the chair,
because
yeah,
when AJ put it around his neck, I was too through.
right, right. They accidentally act like you're hitting with the chair and bounce off. Yeah, so that
I said, are these two are they out eddying each other? That was
yeah, that what it seemed like. But I appreciate the shout out to Eddie Guerrero. Just keep that legacy alive. But
nice
yeah,
match though.
yeah, it
Nice
was
match.
nice. It
Nice
was good.
match.
But again, but Dom retains, so he's still the IC champ. Um, yeah, I said it was a very good match. There's not much drama going on. The drama, if there is any, was with the main event, which is where we at now.
A
So
sleeper
so
snoozer for the
so
first 30 minutes.
right. So the main event, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Now it's been a lot of stuff back and forth about what happened on SmackDown with John Cena. Is John Cena really turning into a babyface, or is this just a work for him to end up working heel again, or is Cody turning heel? The match back and forth, and I mean, decent match, good match. It was a street fight, and that's another complaint I have. Why in a street fight do you have to pin the person in the ring? So there was a
Yeah.
time where they went out in the
Uh-huh.
ring, yeah, and Cena F5 Cody on the ramp, but he had to drag him, pick him up, and bring him to the ring.
That
Doesn't
makes sense.
doesn't make sense to me, but yeah. So before I get to that, with John Cena being a babyface, and I knew this was gonna happen. Doing his intro, instead of having, I think I mentioned it last night. Instead of having the black screen with just his name, he brought out the bright colors again. So he's back to the fruity pebble John Cena, running and chipping and cheering the crowd and throwing his hat in the ring and running down the aisle. So you had basically babyface, versus babyface. Now during the match, Cody did show some heelish tactics. Um, because and I understand the storyline of this. Their first match, Cody didn't want to pull the trigger. He didn't want to hit Cena with the belt. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do that, and it caused him the match. So
Mhm.
Cody said this time, okay, I'm not. That's not going to be the reason I lose this time. I'm going to do the things I need to do to get this match done. And with all the back and forth going on, and multiple finishes by both parties. John Cena hitting the F5 off the top rope. I call it F5, hitting the attitude adjustment off the top rope. I think they call it a super attitude adjustment. Cody kicks out of that. Multiple crossroads. John Cena kicks out of that. And but we finally got him down. I think it was a Cody cutter into a table, and then from the table to crossroads for Cody to get the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new undisputed WWE champion. Funny when they announced the winner, I kind of was taken back for a second because I don't remember I don't think they ever called John Cena the undisputed champion. I know in his intro he was like the greatest champion of all time, but almost forgot that this is the undisputed championship as opposed to just the WWE championship.
Mm.
Just something I noticed.
And I noticed through the match they did a lot of kicking out of finishes where you thought it was over, and they didn't just do a regular finish. They did the finish multiple times, and then
Right.
they kept kicking out. Whereas we were calling them super, not only super Cena but super Cody.
It was over Cody, yeah, yeah.
So
So
I thought the last maybe 15 minutes of the match it picked up, and you know it was decent.
it did.
It made the match decent, rather.
Yeah.
But then in the end,
Yeah,
I
so
knew something was coming when
I
Cody left
and John
and
Cena still in the
Cena
ring.
was just still in the ring.
And and it's funny, I knew something was happening too, but I did not stop myself. I even tweeted, okay, just a regular match, no drama. This is how we ended. And as soon as I hit send, You hear the music. Brock Lesnar shows up. John Cena in the ring. He's getting his flowers. People are cheering him on because it was, of the match he had, and he's back in the good graces with the fans. And then you hear it, and I wish I should have downloaded Brock's music because that intro music hit so hard, and people popped afterwards. So Brock Lesnar comes out. He walks, circles the ring like a shark in some water. Finally gets in the ring, F5s John Cena, and then walks out. So we have John Cena basically replaying all of his old rivals because it was CM Punk. Well, first it was Randy Orton first, CM Punk, now Brock Lesnar.
He got to finish it with The Rock. They had a big, nice.
Yeah.
I got one that probably could. Batista could come back.
He could. I don't know. But the way Batista's doing with his acting and thing, I don't think he could be in the ring. So
never say never.
Never say never.
I never thought we'd see Brock again.
Yeah. I think one of the things were because there was always allegations. There was nothing concrete when it comes to his stuff with Vince McMahon and everything. I had a feeling we would get Brock. I was totally surprised that I did not think he was coming back tonight. But so we'll see, and it kind of makes sense though when you think about it. If they have this match at Crown Jewel is a
Saudi Arabia money,
right? That's Saudi money, right? So and that may be where we're going. We may get Brock and John Cena at Crown Jewel.
Brock loved that Saudi money.
Yeah. Him and Goldberg too. So he probably looked at the TV. Okay, well Goldberg retired. He ain't gonna get the money, so I might well go ahead and get this check since Goldberg's not getting it. So
never mind about Goldberg. I don't want to talk about that.
But he was always coming back for that Saudi money, as you say. Let's see. So that's basically how we ended night 2 with John Cena laid out, Brock Lesnar in the ring, and I put up a poll on Twitter as soon as the match was over. As soon as the event was over, which night was better? And again, you've heard us talk about it. You saw our reactions from night 1. This is our reactions from night 2. Surprisingly, the poll, and again, the poll is still up. So if you want to go in and go to our Twitter page and click on it, I was surprised that Sunday night was getting a lot of love. It started out hot. Now, before we got on, Saturday was really low, and then right before we jumped on, the Saturday got a push. But
I am shocked.
I think, but again, we talked about this before we got on air. I think Brock showing up saved tonight's event. So I think it was mirroring on the B, C, PLE, and I think because Brock showed up, it jumped to an A, and and people are always more. It was a saying back in the day. People always remember the last thing you said or the last thing you saw. So because Brock was the last thing we saw, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Sunday was way better than Saturday," and no, that's not the case.
So the question comes in now: Cena really had? Well, I guess he was on SmackDown, so I guess Brock coming to SmackDown. Then I guess 2 parts. How do you make a match with 2 part-timers? I gotta see how they gonna work this.
Yeah. Now, see, now, granted, we don't know what Brock got going on, but I know Cena is very busy, so we may see Brock a little bit more than Cena. Maybe Brock could come out, do a promo, and then maybe a week later or 2, John Cena will respond to that. Hey, Squishy, I see you in the chat. Appreciate you joining us tonight, man. That's my homegirl out of Dallas. So that's she's in the chat. But yeah, so I think Brock can come out on SmackDown. He can cut his promo, or they can do it virtually. The one of the things where they record something ahead of time and they show it during the night. So
man, they better not have that where they sitting at a table. Remember how they used to have it back in the day?
Yeah.
They sitting, man, they better not have that
round table.
Right.
Look, we got another one of our partners in the behind backstage. Let me add him on. Final boss, what's up, man? See you in.
Yo, what's going on?
Man, actually, we toward the end, kind of wrapping up. So, and I know that's what everybody wants to talk about anyway. What happened at the end? So, You got
it's
any
all
takes
good.
on
I don't even think they
Cena
sent a
and Brock?
check yet, over, so we good.
Look, I told him, I said it wasn't even worth me showing my face for, so I'm incognito today.
Oh man, yeah,
Night
you
two.
sound like
Trash.
you sound like you under the cover, brother.
No, not yet, but you know I'm on my way. You know I'm old.
Yeah, you sound old.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What y'all on?
Like again, we just wrapped up, talked about Brock and everything. We kind of ran through the rest of the card because wasn't much drama really in this show until the last match in the main event
Mhm.
with Cody win the title back, beating John Cena, and then Brock coming out and basically squashing Cena to set up Cena's new feud. I mean, he's replaying all his rivalries from back in the day, so it makes sense for Brock to get some too. So
I think it's I think it's a good look. I'm not mad at it. To be fair,
no, I'm not either.
I'm not
I
mad at
think
it at all.
I think people were
Honestly,
more surprised that Brock was back because of the whole allegations with the whole
I
thing
have
with this man, that lawsuit.
I had been hearing for a while that he was coming back. Like I had it was only a matter of time. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if John Cena fight the Undertaker again. Hell, you know. But
Oh no, we don't Undertaker die in the ring.
yeah,
Well, you know, the one that's out there that everybody wants, and we're not gonna get because he's under contract with AEW, and it's Edge. Because John Cena and Edge is one of the biggest rivalries out there, and we're not gonna get
Yeah.
that because of AEW. But because he couldn't be patient enough to just wait, because he felt like he had to go somewhere, and since WWE didn't want him at that time, he signed with AEW. So
yeah. Where does Cody Rhodes go from here?
well, he's a champion now, so it's more of like who do you want him setting up as the next feud to defend that title? He's on. This is the SmackDown title basically. So try to think, and now, especially now that Roman is over on Raw, at least now, who on SmackDown would be, would step up to
I think
challenge
it
Cody? That's
opens up a
interesting.
lot. It opens up a lot of people to be able to shine a little bit and let's get some matches that we would normally get, because there really is not a big main event player on SmackDown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
They're doing the
let's see
draft
who's
still,
gonna
right?
step up.
yeah.
They're about to do the draft at SummerSlam, I thought.
You know what? They haven't advertised the draft yet, or if they still doing that. But I mean, it could be a time that will open up some new challengers, moving some people over, and I can see SmackDown doing some kind of like either gauntlet match or some kind of tournament to determine the number one contender. I will say, I believe Crown Jewel is the next PLE. That's again, we
Uh-uh.
were just talking about that.
Yeah, the one in Australia.
Oh
I
no,
thought
you're right. No, Paris. It's the one in Paris.
it's
That's
Paris,
Yeah,
the class
yeah, that's
the
it.
castle, Clash of the Castle.
yeah.
So Drew may be next up. He been low key.
Yeah,
Why not?
Drew is on SmackDown. So yeah, I can
Drew
see
can't
that.
take too many more L's though. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, Drew
That's
Yeah,
can't.
true.
yeah, true.
Hey,
And
I'll even love to see little Logan Paul get him a little shot.
He did get a shot at Roman.
Yeah, why not give him a little bit at Cody?
Yeah.
I
Why
think
not? LA Knight.
no.
And well, LA Knight got some beef though. Or he has a what's the word I'm trying to use? He ended up he pinned Seth. Whether Seth was hurt or not, he pinned Seth. He pinned the person that's now the world champion. So you would think that will elevate him a little bit more to be like, hey, he go to not Adam Pearce, who's the other manager over there, to say, look, I pinned their champion. I need a
Yeah.
shot at Cody. So
But why not throw Solo on in there? But let Solo try to get 2 belts. I ain't forgot about you, Cody. Man, go on put Solo
I can
on
see
up
that.
I
there.
think I think the thing with LA Knight is this, right? Y'all know him. For the people that don't know, I'm a huge LA Knight fan, right? Like I just like dude.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they keep putting him in positions where he doesn't win. You know what I'm saying? So he had a really huge pop and he kind of died down a little bit, and he's kind of hanging around. But I definitely want to run him against Cody because Cody's not gonna lose again until WrestleMania, depending on who he faces. Which 9 times out of 10 is probably gonna be Roman Reigns if I had to bet.
No, I can
So,
see that. They figure out a way to run that back. Yeah, I can see that.
and you're probably gonna get a Seth versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
You think that's gonna last that long?
I think so.
That's a long time.
The question is,
y'all be quiet. Joe in the room now. Y'all be quiet. Joe or Heel, what's going on, man?
What up, dog?
Can't call it.
nah. The question is Seth hurt like that, or is he not? Because that's what I want.
He's not. He's not. Okay, at this point, I feel like Seth was hurt. It just wasn't as bad where he needed like surgery. So he was off TV for about 2 or 3 weeks. Now he's good, I believe now. Or they wouldn't have let him get the championship like that.
I don't think he wrestle ready yet, but
that's what I was
good
saying.
enough. He good enough to do what he did, and to I think he probably got a couple more weeks out before
I mean,
but
he can, as long as he can hold the show. I mean,
oh yeah, he can run his mouth for sure.
Yeah, he can do that,
and he got enough backup standing in the way before, so they can build that. Till CM Punk get his hands on him, so that'll be good.
And we pretty much
go ahead, my father.
Now I was just updating Joe since he just jumped on that we've already ran through the card. We just kind of reflecting on Brock and John Cena and what Cody does now and basically how they've been ended. So, but go ahead, you can go ahead, Bull, whatever you're about to say. Final boss.
I know that he got something to say.
Well,
yeah, I always got something to say.
Hey, Bull, I think you're on mute. We didn't hear that last part you said. Okay. He said 1 second.
He on there making deals. He about to buy another house.
Hey man, don't get mess with that man money, man. Let him do his thing. Hey man. So look, while he's doing that, I'm gonna pull it. Yeah, we can hear you now.
No, I was just saying. Speaking of, when you talking about the final boss, so like, and I be in and out, but where the hell is The Rock, y'all? Like, and I know, like, I
told y'all he wasn't coming. So I told y'all he wasn't turning. I told y'all he wasn't coming. I told y'all John Cena was telling the truth. I said it. I told y'all, write it down, take a picture. Yeah,
I would admit, yeah, John Cena fooled me because I had not. Why change on like a random SmackDown like that? But
right, that was crazy.
That was crazy. But hey, it is what it is.
Changed because I think Cena probably gonna take a couple months too.
Well, I mean, clearly they wanted him to be a babyface if they knew Brock was coming back. So I can see that. Right. So
they want him to finish out his last little program as a babyface.
He did the heel thing. He did it. Yeah, and he was good at it. I enjoyed it.
Hey, you know what's? It's kind of like you remember when Brock made that last run? Y'all remember when Brock made he just made a really good run. I think overall, I know Sydney hates the air that John Cena breathes, but I think Cena did a good job, y'all. I mean, considering
in that match, yeah, he did. I think because here's the thing. The WrestleMania match, because he was wrestling heel, and he didn't want to give the crowd these big moves. He didn't want to give the crowd it was a boring ass match. Mm-hmm. So him going back to that baby face, as I say, Fruity Pebble, John Cena, he was able to put out all those moves and get the crowd hyped up. So that's his moveset. So it worked out in his favor in this match because he looked good doing it.
Yeah. So where the hell's The Rock at though? So like, does he just?
So wait. Let me say this: the whole storyline with The Rock and the whole "I Want Your Soul" type stuff and whole Travis Scott thing, I've heard through social media and internet that's all been scrapped. So now that does not mean Rock can't come back to just promote a movie, which he does have a movie coming out, that's Smashing Machine. They showed the trailer tonight. Where he plays like a real UFC fighter that was dealing with like mental issues or whatever during this time of fighting. So it's a true story. Mm-hmm. So maybe he comes to promote that. But as far as his involvement with Cody and the championship, I think that's scrapped. I think that's done.
And that's probably what he's doing, promoting that movie.
Yeah, he could be somewhere else promoting that movie.
Yeah.
He needs to. He needs to stay far away.
He's trying to win an Oscar, I think, from that movie.
Because this is a drama. This ain't one of his typical roles where he plays the action superhero.
Who is the dude though? I
had to look him up. It's Mark something, but he's a real life dude. I think, and he, I want to say he passed away in like.
No, I saw him on a at that last MMA fight they had.
Really? Okay.
Yep, he was there.
Okay.
They were putting him in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
He kind of looked like him though. They look like him though.
Yeah.
I think this is a drama. He put a lot into, and I want to say it was like one of those low budget that he tried to actually.
Put his money in there towards to try to get it. Yeah.
Get it going. But I think that whole thing was something that they just kind of came up with from Untold. They said that they just kind of popped that out of nowhere because of the ticket sales from Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So it's not that we finna keep getting Rock over and over again. Rock done. And all that stuff from that is done. So John Cena, the whole heel thing, they tried it, and I think that's done. So
now I think they will eventually circle back to the Rock Roman match. Eventually, I don't know when.
Well, if they're gonna do it, they better hurry up because Roman look like he ain't got much time left, and it's gonna lose its pop after a while. It's gonna run its course.
So wait a minute, Roman ain't got much time left, but y'all think Rock do?
Yeah, no,
I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, the Rock ain't got much time, and Roman.
Well, now everything depending on how you take it. Now Roman doesn't have a lot of time with meaning Rock ain't gonna be there all year for every event. Hell, I feel like Roman came back because Seth was hurt. But now that Seth not hurt anymore, Roman gonna be like, okay, deuces, y'all call me,
right way.
Rumble Nation and get ready for Mania. But
I guess he gonna go back to SmackDown.
He could do
that,
yeah.
And help Jacob.
I mean, he a full-time wrestler. And he barely ever there.
But Roman to tell you, he's told people in many interviews, he's like, people hate on me because of my schedule. Because if y'all could do it, y'all do it too, but y'all can't, and that's why y'all mad. So he gets paid millions of dollars, and he wrestles maybe 4 times a year. So
I got that when he was champion, but now that he just some regular dude, I definitely don't get it now.
I feel like he's built up equity the time that he was a champion that he could do that. But we don't know. We don't know all the negotiations behind the scenes. But I want to say, since we are toward the end, I want to you two jumped on late, but I wanted to show y'all because I think y'all sold y'all the poll.
I didn't jump on late. They didn't send a check.
Oh, you're right. It's I think I forgot to put the stamp on it, so it'll probably come back to me, and I'll resend it to you once I put the stamp. So I was surprised by this poll I put out as far as which night was better, because clearly we reviewed night 1 last night and reviewing night 2, and to me it's not even close. The night 1 was way better. I think Brock showing up toward the end helped night 2.
I think that's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah. And it's that recency bias where they see these things and they all of a sudden, because the way it ended. But after last night and what Seth Rollins did, then everybody was on a high for that. So overall I still think night 1 was better.
So let me see the card on night 2 again.
All right, let me show.
And do you have a card from night 1?
I do. Let me upload it. It was on the other video, but I can
hold on. But let me see. So the triple threat was good.
Good, yeah.
Becky and Valkyrie. That's a right. The tag team TLC match, that was good. That was great.
Really good. Yeah, it was great. Probably best match of the night.
Dom and AJ was alright, but it was
super high.
Yeah, it was super high.
Yeah.
I like that's what it was. It was Solo and actually I thought Solo and Jacob was going to be a good match, but it was overproduced, man. It was it's the same thing that we get on TV. It's just you get Solo, you get Jacob, and you get all the run in. So it was real overproduced. And then Cena and Cody was
it was a good match.
It was an in-ring match until the end,
Right.
where they kind of started going around. And
I think they remembered it's a street fight. Y'all can take this outside
Right.
the ring. It's like,
So I guess the question would be, if they didn't call it a street fight, which I think we talked about that, would it have made a difference?
No,
think
it wouldn't.
I think so.
Yeah.
So y'all expected something more than what we were gonna get. I told y'all he wasn't gonna do nothing.
That's it.
Once he turned back babyface, I was like, he's doing this for the fans. I'm like, he's turning back into what the whole thank you thing. When he did that, I was like, yeah, Cena is turning back into Cena. That whole performance was like, hey, I'm doing this to be back to who I am. And now they're bringing a heel back for that sole purpose, so that he can, because Brock, ain't no way Brock would be back. This is the perfect person for him to go against and it be accepted. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that really Cody winning helps, but man, it was good. It was a good match, but Brock made it gooder.
As they mentioned in the chat, yeah, Brock pushed night 2. Let me show you your card for night 1. So I got it right here.
All right, so why are you doing that to make sure this? Should SummerSlam be one night?
This one should have been for sure.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it was 6. Yeah, so basically 12 matches total. So you think about Mania. Think back in the day when Mania was just one night, and you had like 12, 13 matches, and the whole thing was like 7 hours long. It got done. So I think you could have cut out at least probably 3 matches, maybe 4. So then you're looking at 8 matches. Yeah, you could do that one night. Yeah.
I just think, I know WWE, I know TKO what they own. They're like, hell no, there's 2 days of
ticket
money.
sales and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they want that money.
Yeah.
I have never seen all that sponsorship stuff.
They want that in those inflated numbers too.
They are
100,000. No, you didn't, bro. You did.
Yeah.
You had 60,000 people.
Right, 60,000 first night, 60,000 second night. It wasn't 100.
This was the largest SummerSlam in WWE history.
It wasn't at all. And then that so night 1, actually, y'all, night 1 was sus too. That Sammy and Karrion match was trash.
That match looked like nobody knew what direction they really wanted to go in.
That was the only match really that wasn't just that hot.
That jelly roll. It was okay. Actually, that was okay.
That was a
to
celebrity
see Jelly Roll in action was
and then he took some pretty good bumps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He took some pretty good bumps, and then that Jay Roman match was okay.
Yeah.
Which I was telling, I think I told Sig earlier, I was like, I wasn't expecting that match to be that good, to be honest with you. The Roman, yeah, it didn't have no build up. It was just like, hey, you want to do it? Let's do it.
Yeah,
hey, what y'all
short build up. It was
like
2 weeks. Yeah, it was like,
y'all busy tomorrow now.
Y'all want to fight? I bet.
Hey, come through Saturday. We're gonna do this little wrestling shit.
Yeah, it was like a 2-week build, but yeah, they Now
the women's tag title match was good.
All right.
Yeah, it was.
And
when you think about it,
and what's called was a good match. So
they had a bet. Yeah, Jay getting better.
That night 1 was better, bro. Night 1 was better.
But even night 1 ended with on a high with Seth cashing in. So you look at that. They used to do this back in the day. I forget where I learned this. When you're trying to compare 2 things, you take away the best from both sides and you take away the worst, and you measure the middle. So we take out CM Punk and Gunther with Seth cashing in. You take out Brock, John Cena, and Cody. Then you take away, Sammy and Karrion Kross, and you take away what was the Becky Lynch match on this
night 1 was still better.
I think night 1 was still better.
Yeah.
So was Becky the worst though?
Yeah.
Night two. Let me go back to refresh my memory.
Night 2 back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the only other thing would be close would be AJ and Dom,
and they weren't worse.
They weren't worse.
But we
they
all
did
agreed,
have some shenanigans,
and we all
You
agreed
know
the
why-
tag match was gonna
You know
steal
why
the show.
night 2 is better? Just because of the TLC match.
But that's one match though.
Well, it's almost like you give it extra credit, bonus points, and they kind of put them over the top, I think.
If you do what Quigley said, where you take the best out and take the worst out, and so you're like, okay, what match stood out the most?
It's the next best one, yeah.
That's the next best match is the TLC match. Because all right, if you just take the matches, take out the worst and the best of night 2, what's the best match that you got?
The TLC match.
TLC match.
TLC.
Right.
Yeah.
So then go back and say, okay, go back to night 1. What's the best match between take out your worst and your best?
Shoot, Jade and
Tiffany.
And
Jade
then
now your worst match was Sam and them.
Yeah, we take that out.
That was the worst.
Took
That
them
was
out.
the worst match. That's what I'm saying. Take them out.
But then the next best was probably Jade and Tiffany, and then the tag team was tight. And then like we just
the
said,
other tag team was tight.
So
the women's tag team was tight.
So do y'all think out of those they were better than the TLC match from night 2?
The combination of them, yes.
Yeah, if you add them all together.
Oh shit! Come on now.
Yes.
Hey, what they do
you
for
gotta
the
think
tennis.
about it, because the Jade and Tiffany was a great match, and then I like the women's tag team title match, and then like I said, Jelly Roll took some great bumps.
Yeah, he took some
and
hits.
then the opening was a good match. Like you said,
Right.
it didn't have a build it needed, but it was just a good match.
So you got 4 matches compared to 1 match for night 2.
Because the rest of night 2 it was
mid.
Yeah.
At best.
I think I told you this though. You're like, no, it's gonna be great. It's like it's gonna be.
I did. I thought it was. I really did.
Yeah,
I really did.
They knew that they had it, and I knew somebody was coming out when Cena was sitting out there. I was like, who's coming? Somebody's got to come because they can't end it like this. And Brock was a cool way to end it. I mean,
And they figured Brock was coming, which is why Triple H had said, "Oh yeah, you thought night 1 was big. Wait till you see night 2." What?
So Brock saved it because
He did.
I mean, it was a cool. Now once they started going through the crowd, I was like, damn, these folks finna get me. Because Quilly kept saying he's going to turn here. I was like, man, I'm gonna stand and he gonna stay babyface. And once they started going through the crowd, like, dang it, he finna turn. Got turn. but I
kind of wish
like,
they would have rolled it out just for a minute with Cena though. Personally, I mean,
how long has it been? What, 4?
Since Elimination Chamber. So no. They said remember the turn happened at Elimination Chamber. That's like February.
Oh, okay.
Right after Rumble.
Yeah.
So what is this?
February, March, April, May, June, July.
August.
That's 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. So that was
time.
a good. And then I mean he was a solid heel.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, man, talking about 4 kids. He was solid heel. I mean, and for Cena, he was never going to go out as a heel because he's going to go back into his movie career, and he's got to be, and then his whole Make-A-Wish thing. He's gonna go back into all that stuff. So he was never going to go back.
Now, here's something that people have been talking about. And again, if this happens, I agree with him becoming babyface. So he retires in December.
Mm-hmm.
There is no December pay-per-view right now. I think you go from like whatever the last one is, maybe after SummerSlam, they don't have anything else until Rumble. I envision them having some kind of special John Cena last match type pay-per-view or some kind of tribute to John Cena as a PLE. Maybe you can bring in some old legends or whatever to send them off.
And you got Survivor Series.
Right. But again, Survivor Series is in November. If he wants to be here in December, outside just having him on SmackDown every week, you want to build some kind of big PLE to send him off. I can see them doing some kind of thank you, John Cena PLE. I mean, that'd be the name of the event in December. So that's kind of one of my things I'm kind of
The elite.
But you're right. But as we get ready to wrap up, I want to share one other thing. I brought this up at the beginning of the show during the women's triple threat match with Naomi and her entrance. But they mentioned on the commentator that the guitarist that was playing her in Down to the Ring was her father. So they just posted this picture together. So I want to give a shout out to Naomi, and her dad is now. Granted, I'm not in that music world, so I don't know, but he is a readily famous guitarist. He's played for a bunch of different legendary bands and stuff. So shout out
Yeah,
to
they say he the truth out here too.
Yeah, so yeah, shout out to Pops and the dog.
Considering, and I know we got to roll, but I will say this much: I think the WWE does a really good job of kind of blending in the family space, like they did it with Sasha Banks with her. What was it? Was it stepdaughter?
With her,
when they had her,
Bianca,
my bad.
Bianca, yeah, her stepdaughter,
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Sasha was Snoop,
but you see what I'm saying. So it's like, man, they kind of you can't be too mad at them.
That is one thing that has changed when it comes to one of the things that Triple H has inquired that Vince didn't really give a damn about, because the real life couples being on the same show, they make sure that happens. People, even when the women wrestlers, when they have children, they have these buses now where they can still travel and bring their kid on the road. So I appreciate him looking out for that.
Comes from Stephanie too. I can just see that.
I can see that. You know, when you have that wife or mother in the picture, it makes you see things a little different. But not saying that Linda McMahon wasn't doing that, but that's
these comments are funny.
I
was reading these comments.
What you say?
I was reading these comments.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Somebody said they're gonna start calling Becky Big Daddy Bix.
yeah, she and she had a different intro, a different theme music today too. So I think she.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said she got some new theme music.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
She got
Yeah, I don't know about Becky, bro. I mean, it is.
Trust me, since the life of this podcast, I've told y'all Becky doesn't do anything for me. Becky Lynch didn't become relevant until Nia Jax broke her nose, and I'm gonna stand on that. That's gonna heal. I'm on down because she can't do. That's
preach, brother.
That's how I
preach.
What's that? You and Mark said 2018.
Preach, brother.
Right, man. Yeah, because when nobody feeling Becky
Y'all hard on Becky,
man.
bro. They said Becky said she was Sports Illustrated Woman of the Year, bro. Y'all hard on Becky.
Man, y'all beat Becky down with Ronda Rousey, and now y'all going see y'all turn and burn them, boy. God damn.
Sure do. Get them in and get them out quick, don't you?
Man, you got a 2-year window around this time, my boy. You gotta look. We ain't seen the real Alexa Bliss in years.
Man. Naomi and Bianca, that's the only ones they'll hang on to.
Charlotte in the back, like, for real. I was catching helicopters. Now they got me on the metal bus. See?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
You lying,
all right, so I'm gonna throw this question out before I leave. So it's a controversial ass question. So hopefully don't get your show banned. Okay. And I don't know if y'all talked about it, but when Hogan passed, right? So the whole topic of conversation about Hogan. Right, so we all know what it is, and we all know what the backstory with Hogan, right? So here's the question, and I had to, and I saw a lot of people on social media making their comments. I purposely stayed back. I think I know a friend of ours was like going back and forth about it, and some person was like, "Oh, you a sellout," and this, and this, and this, and this. So this is, and then it hit me yesterday, and I was sitting there. I was like, to be fair, Hulk Hogan was the reason that I started watching wrestling. Hulk Hogan was the reason that I like wrestling. Hulk Hogan was the reason, and it's crazy to me because I was like, damn, Hulk Hogan in the NWO, right? Like,
yeah,
to disqualify what he has done for my age of wrestling would be like for me saying the same thing for my son with John Cena. You know what I'm saying? So the way I wrap it is this, and you tell me if you agree. I respect Hulk Hogan, the character, but Terry Hogan, totally different conversation.
That's now again. I totally agree with you. Now
because
I stayed away
tough
from
for
it.
me to snatch Hogan away from wrestling because, dog, at the end of the day, he is the reason that I started. I was a Hulkamaniac, or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah,
So,
and I agree with that. And I stayed away from saying anything on social media too, because again, I didn't want to get out of the back and forth. But I posted this, or I commented, somebody on Facebook mentioned something, and it's a friend of mine. So I just posted. I said, "Look, Hulk Hogan, is some people's GOAT. He was the reason why people watch wrestling. But Terry Bollea, the character, fuck him. So it's two different things. So the character helped build wrestling, but the real life person is a person that we're not celebrating at this point. And at this point, we as fans don't have to, because again, WWE is going to celebrate him anyway. So, but yeah, he stood on that business because he never apologized for it. He not only did he not apologize to the fans for what he said, he didn't apologize to other black wrestlers that had asked him about that. He kept saying he would always brush it off. Well, you got to be careful, brother. There's cameras everywhere. But he never apologized for it and never, redeemed himself. So if he
I saw an interview with
if he wants to stand
Devon.
on that business, then
I saw an interview with Devon, and Devon said that he did apologize to him. He was like, Devon, man, I'm sorry, but man, that ain't me. And Devon told the story about it. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing with that is you got a lot of people who are of that race that feels the exact same way about black people, but they just hadn't been caught saying it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And the thing about it is, only God can judge the man. So
yeah,
I just let it be with that. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, he made generations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who didn't even know Hulk Hogan, they fell in love with Hollywood Hogan. You know what I'm saying? So this man played a vital part for two different eras. You know what I'm saying? The 80s and the 90s. He literally flipped wrestling upside down twice. That's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. It's tough to just, as much as you try to like X him out, if you're a true wrestling fan, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Nah. But I like the way you said that you can separate the two.
It's the thing of like the man
character and the man.
The character. It's one of those things where you may not like Denzel Washington as a person, but you may love him as an actor. You understand what I'm saying?
But watch this though. The same folk that's around here talking about canceling Hogan, they feel the same way about black folk too. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's similar to R. Kelly.
I was trying to stay away from chaos, but you're absolutely right. Because
hey, I ain't gonna stop listening to Chaos.
I'm still bumping Chaos music. So yeah, it's kind of the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's the person and it's the artist. It's the art and the artist. I mean, I like the art, but you may not like the artist, but you like the art. His art, Hulk Hogan's art, I can appreciate. The artist, Terry Bollea, was an asshole.
Right.
Yeah. And two, I think what gives me
the artist, Hulk Hogan, I could appreciate.
The other piece of this thing too, like none of this shit surprises me, right? Like, I think that's the part where we forget is, and it's not to make any excuses, because it was the same thing when the Clippers owner said what he said about African Americans years ago, right? He just got recorded in the comfort of his own home. That's how I keep it a buck. We all said some shit that probably if they got out in the comfort of our home and they got out to the public, we wouldn't look well in the eye either. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of what it is. So for me, none of it surprised me. Right. And maybe I got just low expectations of people in life, but Hogan was 71 years old. Like, look at the era and the time that he came from. Man, don't be surprised if y'all heard Jerry Jones say some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
It's just what it is.
It just would have been, we could have wrapped all this up if Brock Lesnar would have came out and F5 Hogan like he did Cena tonight. Okay, let's get him out of here. I appreciate y'all jumping on. We're gonna wrap things
straight
up
into the grave.
Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Click on the notification bell so you know when we go live again. Share it to all your friends. So let's build this channel up. Let's keep it rolling. So again, thank y'all. Let me get this outro music ready.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
And, yeah, make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, and I watch these numbers. Somebody subscribe and then they unsubscribe. So I'm mad because we reached a little milestone. We've been sitting on this number for a minute and we went up, finally got it, and then all of a sudden the next day it was back down again. But anyway,
Subscribe.
for those that's been on there, appreciate the ride. And all right, we out.
They might just gonna hang up.